Hey everybody, welcome to the Collide Student Ministry YouTube channel. My name is Matt, one of the student pastors here at the church at Severn Run, and we're so glad that you took the time to join us to watch and listen. You can check in on our channel all the time to find some really fun and kind of goofy and strange content, but we also are going to have some important things that are related to our lessons and teachings and maybe some music. So we just have a lot of opportunities for you to come and check in, and we really encourage you to share this with your friends. You know, we have been planning and doing a lot in student ministry this year so far, and we've been really excited and thankful for the opportunities we've had to be here. You can't really see it, but we are in our main meeting room upstairs, room 219. And you know what? This is not something we planned for. This is not something Daniel and I sat down and said, you know what, let's have quarantine and not have youth group anymore. And here's the thing, you guys, we're just taking this 1 week at a time, really one day at a time, and we're so glad that even though we can't see you face to face at this moment, that we have the technology and the volunteers and the people here to help and make this possible so that we can still share and talk and communicate with you guys. You guys don't know this, but behind the camera is Mr. Rob Couture. Give him a big shout out. We're glad that he's here and blessing us with his talent, and we're glad you're here as well. So again, make sure you keep checking into our YouTube channel, Collide Student Ministry. Share this with your friends and keep with us in all of this because we're here for you. And kind of getting started with everything, we want to talk about how we're feeling. Maybe we'll just say for our student ministry, like I said, this is a surprise. This is something different and new for us. And we only can imagine and know how different this is for you guys. You guys probably expected to be at school, to be at practice, some of you to be at work. You may be expected not to have some things going on with your family and some things going on about where you can and can't hang out. So I think maybe it'll speak for all of us that this is just new. This is just different. It's not what we expected. Maybe some of us feel already kind of bored. Maybe we already feel a little bored that I can't be out with my friends or I can't just do whatever I usually do. And you've already watched a couple of your favorite movies on Disney Plus. Maybe you've already watched a few things on Netflix. Yeah, we feel you. You know who's not bored, who's not stressed right now is your pet. Your pet is so glad that you're home with them all day, every day, and they're just living it up. So if you've not already, give your dog, give your cat, your goldfish, give them some love. They're glad to see you. Maybe we're feeling a little uncertain about what's coming next. Where are we going? How long is this going to take? We're with you too. That's why we're in this 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, and we are not losing hope. What do we know? We know that this is a real thing. We know that this is important. We know that the people who are making the big decisions, they're taking this seriously. So we know we should take this seriously too. We're going to have some instructional videos, if you haven't seen it already, of how to wash your hands. You can see Andrew Hall in that video. And it is important to wash your hands. Stay safe, stay clean. Don't run outside and roll in the mud and then hang out inside all day. Like just, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Wash your hands. Do the whole 20 seconds. Sing a song. Do a dance. Whatever you got to do to stay clean. Social distancing is a real thing. We are not afraid of people. We don't dislike people. We just want to help protect our neighbors and be good friends, and we want to take care of each other. So that is why we're social distancing. It's why we're not having student ministry this week. And we will keep you guys updated, talk about what do we know. We know that 1 week at a time we're going to make decisions, and we've made the decision this week, per all the information we have, not to meet together. Some of the things we don't know on the big picture is we don't know how long it might last. We also don't know that this is the end of the world. And honestly, you guys, it's not. We know this is not the end of the world. We don't want and think any of you should be at home and be terrified or be full of anxiety or worry about this. This is something that while it is real and it is serious, we know that it impacts certain people more than others. And it's our care and our love for those people to wash our hands, to be social distance. So it's not out of fear. It's not out of anxiety. We're doing this because we care about people. So as you look at yourself, long look in the mirror, because what else are you going to do today? You can think about it. I'm home right now because I care about other people. And if you don't like that, just believe it about yourself. I'm here at home. I'm washing my hands, not because I'm afraid, not because I'm scared, but because I care about the people around me. And we'll take it 1 day, 1 week at a time, and we'll just kind of roll with it. the most important thing, and the reason why we're doing this video, different than any of our other videos, is to have a weekly lesson tonight. And tonight, our weekly lesson is about the thing we should know more than anything else, is to be still and know who is God. So check out this video, and then we're going to get started in tonight's lesson.
In the quiet silence, there is an eternal conversation between Creator and creation. But we can hardly hear. It's the violence of sound, the breakneck speed of things. Has noise become our only defense? But we are drawn by a whisper that we might hear and retune the senses as He waits for our response.
All right, so tonight we're talking about being still. This video is just kind of introduce our topic and our subject to be still. And maybe we can look at ourselves today and we might be thinking, I've been still all week. I'm tired of being still. I want to run around. I want to get outside. Some of you might even just be dying to go back to school right now. Like, I'm so done being still. Please stop telling me to be still. Listen, we feel that. We're with you guys in this. I have a 2-year-old who does not want to be still at home at all. He wants to be out and about, and he wants to be on the playground, touching and licking everything, because that's what he does. So I'm with you. I feel you. But that's not really what we're talking about in this lesson. It's not physically being still. It's not cementing yourself to the couch and watching Netflix all day. It's being still in our heart and in our mind. And what does that mean? We want to share this verse with you from the book of Psalms in the Bible. At Psalms 46, verses 1 through 3, it says, God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when the earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea, or let the oceans, we will let them roar and foam, let the mountains tremble, and let the waters surge. We're not afraid. We're not worried. We are going to be still and let God be our refuge and our strength. Let the mountains crumble, let school be canceled, let work take a break. We can just let everything happen and be still and know that God is with us. Now you think about that, God is our refuge and our strength. I kind of, when I think about this, I go back to being a little kid. I go back to like pillow and blanket forts, and just that whole idea of like when I'm scared, the safest place in the world is like in a pillow blanket fort. I can be in there and maybe even sleep in there. It's kind of that like there's a monster under the bed or in the closet and you go under the covers, something that's going to cover you and protect you and keep you safe. And I don't know if you guys right now, if you're so bored, maybe you should build a pillow fort and just sit in it and just feel nice and warm, feel surrounded by something that's good for you. And that's the feeling we get to be still and know that God is our refuge and our strength. So refuge is that place. It's literally a place to not just hide, but it's a place that you thrive in. It's a place where you get to live with no fear about something coming through the wall, breaking through the roof, or popping up through the ground. It's like being safe, covered, wrapped up in a big warm blanket. And that God is our strength. Let the mountain crumble, let the ocean tide rise and the waves crash over us. It's not going to knock me down because I know who God is and He is my refuge. God is my strength. That is a thought, I hope, wherever you're at today, that you need to embrace and your family needs to embrace. And whether you're a middle schooler or a high schooler, you have the opportunity to lead that example. You probably have some friends right now you've maybe been talking to on social media or however you're communicating. They're maybe freaking out. Maybe there's some things that, like, going back to what do we know? Where's this going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? When do I go back to school? Am I going to have prom? Am I going to have graduation? These are real feelings. And all of you that feel this is real. All right? That it's not wrong to ask those questions and to have that concern. But know one day at a time still that God is our refuge, God is our strength. So whatever may come, we will not be overcome or overtaken. We will not be knocked over, pushed aside. So one day at a time, one confident strength at a time, and it starts by being still. Later in Psalm 46, we see verses 10 and 11. It says, "Be still and know that I am God, and I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the whole world. The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel, again, is our fortress, is our refuge, is our safe place." God is God. I'm just Matt, and you're just you. So I have questions, I have concerns, I've got worries, I've got a lot of energy, right? I've got a lot of energy built up, physical energy, I want to run around, but I've got a lot of emotional and mental energy too. Just the questions spinning in my head, the uncertainty of what's going to happen next. I want to get back to practice. I want to get back to my play. I know some of you guys literally had a play canceled like the day before your play was supposed to happen. And guys, we're so sorry about that. Again, we didn't ask for this. I know you didn't ask for this to happen. We would love to be here with you tonight in person in student ministry. But here's the thing. Because God is so good and so much bigger than all of us and bigger than the situation, we still get to communicate. We still get to remind each other and remind ourselves of the goodness and the bigness of God. And we honestly, tonight, if you're watching this on Wednesday, tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to have virtual small groups. We still get to go forward. We still get to meet. We still get to have these conversations. So we can't be stopped. If you run outside and try and break into your school, the police will probably stop you, and they should. Don't do that. But as far as the church, the mission, who God's called us to be, we are not going to stop. All right? You guys agree? We're going to do that. I'm imagining you're shaking your head right now. We're not going to stop. So Psalm 46, verse 10, "Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God." And then maybe you guys have caught this. We've covered this once before in student ministry. Both of these passages, back to verse 46, verses 1 through 3, and then verses 10 and 11, both of these passages end with this word Selah. This word, be still and know, really comes down to this word of Selah. And we've talked about it before, but a quick reminder. Selah is this little word that is almost impossible to describe. Like, what does it actually mean? What's the real point of this? There's a lot of thoughts, and we want to pull on one of them that we think is really helpful for us. It's this thought that Selah means take a break or take a pause. It means to be still. So if you get playing music, if you play an instrument or sing, if you ever looked at music on a piece of paper, you'll see the notes. You'll see a time signature, you'll see everything, and you'll see a rest or a pause where you don't play, you don't sing, you are being still. And that's what Selah is. It's this moment to stop and reflect, this moment to rest. So tonight, with our first opportunity to be together and to teach each other and to encourage each other, we want to encourage you to be still and have Selah in your life, to have a moment to pause and reflect. So have fun, be in this YouTube environment, be with us on social media. We started a TikTok account, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we've got the YouTube channel. We're going to be having small groups at 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights through Zoom. We're going to have a lot more things coming up that we want to share with you guys. So we're not done with student ministry. We're really just getting started in a brand new way. So thanks for being with us. And you guys, again, when is school going to happen? When do I go back to work? When do my parents go back to work? When am I allowed to go back to Chick-fil-A and play in the Chick-fil-A play place? That's what my 2-year-old wants to know. All of these different questions, all these different concerns about the energy. I want to be still and know, to take a break and have Selah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do another Selah challenge, and we're going to start tonight. We're going to work through the different what Selah means, the different words. So this might be weird. I'm going to ask you to do this through the internet, but if you will just humor me for a minute, I think this is going to be good for all of us. All right? We're going to right now practice Selah. And we're going to practice, and I'm going to ask you to do a couple things, and I want you guys to do this at home, to take at least 5 minutes every day this week to do this at home for our Selah challenge. So the first thing for Selah, the S, is to stop. You're probably already sitting down. If you're watching this while you're running around your living room, good for you, that's impressive. But whatever you are doing, just stop. If you're listening and scrolling somewhere else, just stop doing that. Stop petting your dog, stop throwing stuff at your sibling, just stop for a second. All right. Now we want to invite you guys to breathe. All right, we're going to exhale. So we're going to take some deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Take some deep breaths. Let yourself calm down for a minute. All right, now we're going to lean in. If you will, you can actually lean in your chair, do one of these, whatever you're comfortable doing. It's not so much about physically leaning in as much as it is I'm ready. So leaning in is I'm getting myself ready for what's coming next. So I'm preparing my mind and my heart to do something. I'm leaning in, I'm ready. It's like an attitude. All right, so I'm breathing and I'm leaning in. The A in Selah stands for ask. So this is our opportunity to ask God a question. And maybe it goes back to what do we know, what do we don't know? God, what is going on? When is this going to be over? When do I go back to school? When do I do this? When do I do that? Ask your prayer. Pray to God and talk to Him. What is it that you need to hear from God? And we've just been doing this Ask Questions to God series on Wednesday nights. And one of the things we've talked about is God will give us answers. It might not be what or when we expect, but here's where we get to finish this with the H, which is hear. We were asking God, and now we're going to hear. I'm encouraging you tonight to hear more than anything that God is with you, that God is your refuge and God is your strength, that whatever may come, we have the ability to abide, to live, to dwell, to just exist in His hands as He protects us and covers us, that He is our fortress, that we are living in this peace and love. What's happening right now is temporary. It's going to last for a period of time, and then it's going to be over. All right? We're always going to encounter temporary things. For some of you, a test at school, temporary, 45 minutes that sucks. Maybe it's like being, in a bad situation, in a fight with a friend, temporary, and then it gets better. All these things are temporary, but God's love, God's peace, and God's joy are eternal. So as you are stopping, you're breathing, I'm leaning in, and I'm asking God, what's going to happen next? What do I need to do? Who do I need to be? At least for now, let's start by hearing the truth, to be still and know that He is God, He is with you, He is your refuge and strength. You guys, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to have small groups virtually through Zoom. You can find information below in our bio on this video. We'll have the information of what group to go to. We've still got our same Wednesday night groups with our same Wednesday night leaders, but it's going to be online. And then throughout the week, we're going to have more videos and more opportunities for you to connect. If you've not already downloaded the YouVersion Bible app, we're doing a daily reading and devotional there as well. And please like and subscribe to all of our social media stuff and invite your friends, tag people, share it with them. There's not a whole lot else going on. You have the ability to bring courage and God's faith into the life of your community, even in this time, in this space, especially in this time, in this space. So please know that we love you guys. We love you so much. We're praying for you. If you do need anything, please message Daniel or I. And we just can't wait to see you again in person. But until then, we'll see you again on YouTube and Instagram TV. You guys have a great day.